back to my channel. It's Colleen's Creations. So for today's video I've decided to do a simple sugar skull with all kind of stuff that you probably have at home. I use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette for most of it and some red lipstick across my hair. I got this in like pound in the Your shop a few days ago. I thought it was really nice. I got a bracelet as well, which I might use for something else. And then this earring I got, I think, in Forever 21 a couple of months ago, but I broke the other one, so I only have one. My hair is covering this side, so I thought it looked pretty with the gold and the gold in my eyes. So if you think this look is something that you would like to achieve or know how to, please continue watching, and don't forget to like if you've liked, comment and subscribe to my channel where I put up videos every week. And you can also find all my social medias below, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, where you can find me and see more content of mine as well. Okay, thanks for watching. This is my first Halloween video, so I hope you all like it. Thank you.
Did my black eye to be, and then I just used some Pritt Stick, which you can get anywhere in any shop, and I just glued down my eyebrows. Not too much, but just enough so that when the eyeshadow was on it, it would cover it up enough. The next thing I used was the Revolution Full Coverage Camouflage Concealer in the color C1, and just some white cream makeup that I got in the pound shop, and I just mixed the two of them together because I thought the consistency was better and the coverage was a lot better all over, and I didn't want to be white. I did want a little bit of color, but that concealer C1 is super light. Now I just applied some powder over the glue after I let it set for a few moments. So the main eyeshadows I used in the whole video is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette because I love it. It's absolutely amazing. So the first color I started off with was Cream Psych. I hope I'm saying that right. And I just applied this all over my lid, and I did add a little bit of water just to make it a little bit more pigmented. And I just covered my lid. Then the next color I used was Abyss. It's the darkest color in the palette. And I did this a couple of times to put a few layers on to make it really dark. I picked up two of these, a gold one and a silver one, out of pennies. They were only €1 each. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of water. It came up really goldy yellow, and the silver I'll be using in a few minutes, but they were really good and they were only €1, so I was delighted with that. So I just applied this just under my eyes, just to give it a little bit of pop. You could use a yellow eyeshadow for this, but I think for me I prefer to use the gold kind of paint because it wasn't very heavy as well, so it didn't really cause any creasing. And then above the first color I used on my lid, I used the color Queen because it has a really nice shimmer, and I built this up quite a lot. So I brought this up as far as my eyebrow just to kind of cover and make my eyes look super big, but also give that sugar skull effect of being like something pretty and scary at the same time. The color isn't actually that orange when you put it on, but when I mix it with a little bit of water, because I didn't have any Duraline when I went to do this, and it turned out really pigmented. So then I used a silver glitter, which I forgot to show on the camera, but it was the same as the gold one. And I just kind of, as if it's like cutting the crease, I just put that on top of the orangey kind of color, just across where you would cut your crease. And this will be personal preference, how high you want it or how low you want it. I wanted it to be seen a little when my eyes were open, but not too much. So I didn't want that to be the main focus. I just wanted it to be like a little extra detail added on. I wanted to use the silver since I got it new. So I'll fast forward some of this because it was just a little bit back and forth while I was doing it. And then I just added a little wing at the end and some in my inner corner just to brighten it up. Now this is just plain translucent powder, Catrice one in the color translucent, just to cover it all and to set it in place. So then for my contour, I used, in the corner there's 3 colors, so Abyss, Soda Pop, Chip and Mocha, and I just rubbed my brush in all 4 of those out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, and that's what I used because I like the fact that the Mocha and the Chip is a little bit brown and the other colors were very dark, but I still wanted to keep a little bit of life in it, and just contoured in the 3, so my forehead down to my cheeks and then on my jawline. You could paint more on your neck, and I only realized afterwards that probably would have looked really well if I had done my neck as well. But I think I might do another look and add some more into my neck as well. So just really carving the jawline just to give it shape, and then just half your nose. There's loads of different ways you could do this, but I just wanted to keep it real simple for myself and for other people. Just something quick to do. And then under the eyes, I just filled in where the black or some white might have got on it as well, and just wanted to darken it. So I wanted to build up the color rather than putting black paint on. I wanted to use eyeshadow for this look. And then I used the color Queen just underneath, just to give it the whole shape around, but to still again give the kind of gold tones, kind of autumn tones to it as well. So that's not just all black like a skull, and that's what gives the sugar skull effect, is when there's a bit more color and vibrance in it. And I've never actually done this before. I literally googled photos of webs on sugar skulls and I just kind of came up with this myself. So just a line directly up the middle, and then because my eye wasn't filled in perfectly but where that line was going, I just filled it in a little, and then so just three lines, the first one straight and the other 2 diagonal going across. It's up to you how far apart you want them to be, but I didn't want them too far apart. You could even do 4, but I think 3 was really good. And then for doing the spider web effect, it's up to you, I guess, how many lines you want it to be. I thought 3 or 4 lines from my head was more than enough, and I did want them to be kind of big because I wanted the web to be like one of the main focuses of the look. So after I filled that all in with the spider web, and I'm still doing this all with eyeshadow, no paint, no nothing, just all different kind of ranges of brushes that a lot of them don't even have names on, so I won't even tell you. But it's like real techniques and some I got off Amazon and stuff. So then I just dip my brush into the 4 colors. I used contour and just kind of brushed along. I also got my brush that I used to do the longer lines on the spider web. I used that just to brush up along, just to kind of give the 3D effect, but not too much detail. So then I thought for my contour, I'm going to look straight ahead. I want it to be a little bit more contoured, a little bit more depth and definition. So I got a little bit of definition, kind of a smaller brush, just to kind of draw in the line. And then I got my big brush that I used for contouring in the first place, and I just blended it out really well. But I just wanted a little bit more definition going through. And for doing my smile, I didn't want to do teeth or anything too complicated because I just wanted to keep it simple. And I think a lot of sugar skulls are kind of simple. It's just kind of a bit colorful. You could do it like pinks and purples, but I just drew the line out and then just lines through it as in its separate teeth. And I did the little arrow at the end as well, just because I thought that was something a little bit cute, a little bit extra, just to have the arrow on the end, like to end the smile. Again, you can have these shorter, longer. I kind of didn't do them in straight lines. I did ones a little bit longer, a little bit shorter at the top, just so I don't think it's meant to look perfect for me. So then what I used next was, I didn't show the glitter, but it was just a glitter that I got in like a nail kit or something, and I just mixed it with a tiny bit of water just to make it easier to apply onto the face. And I made like a little paste before I put it on my face, but just a drop of water and then like a teaspoon of glitter, and it really makes this really nice paste all together. So I was just kind of assorting this everywhere that I thought it would look nice, and then I used setting spray and set it in place. And the same on my cheek as well. I put some of the glitter on and then used the setting spray. That's a Flamar. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Flamar setting spray. I think it's really nice. But I just applied it and then sprayed the face just to set it. And it stayed really well because I left this on my face for maybe like 2 hours or something, because I was doing stuff, I think, at time to take it off. But it lasted really well. I used a Catrice eyeliner, liquid liner, and I just drew out my lips. I didn't want my whole lip to be black because I was kind of thinking if you were to wear this for a whole night or going somewhere, if you have your whole lip black, it's really messy. But if you kind of outline it and then bring a colour and blend them together as you're drinking or eating throughout the night, it will last better for you, I think. And then this was a last minute thing. I thought something was missing. I'm not really sure how to describe how I did this, but just like kind of like a flower petal, as if you're drawing a circle and then doing the petals around the flower. And then in between each petal, I'm going to call it a petal, and in between each petal I just put a little black diamond maybe, or just kind of filled it in because I really thought there was something missing in the last minute. So I just did a few. I thought about doing it all up, and maybe it would look nice all up, but I didn't want to risk it in case it didn't. Added a little bit of water with the queen and then just put it on in between just to make it a little bit more pigmented. And then that was kind of it, and the next bit is going to show you the completely finished look.
So this is the final look. I just finished it by putting on a necklace and earring. Also covered my ear a little bit with white paint. Put on some lashes. They're the Sosumi ones in the Sosumi lashes in Gigi, which are really nice. I don't like my eyelashes to be too dramatic ever, so these are perfect for me because they just flare out a little bit at the outside. I also just curled my hair and then put on some red lipstick. It's Bourjois, the Rouge edition. I can't actually say the word, so I'll link it below where you can get it. And then that's kind of finished. Just put a little bit of eyeshadow on my other eye, but because I want my hair kind of over this side of my face anyway, I wasn't worrying too much about the colors, just have them the same kind of tones all over. So yeah, all in all, this has taken me probably like an hour and 15 in filming, and that's because the camera died a little bit as well. But I wouldn't say it would take you too long. Maybe if you practice it first and then try it for Halloween, it wouldn't take too long. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this and I have described and explained everything okay through the whole lot. I think this is something that anyone could do. You would have most of the stuff at home. The only thing you might have is the white face paint, which you can pick up anywhere now as it's October. But yeah, so if you've liked it, please like and comment and subscribe. Share it with your friends to give them some ideas for Halloween as well. And don't forget to find me on all other social medias as well. And I really hope you've enjoyed this. And thanks for watching, everyone.